We can min-max a bit more. Pure kick build though. Kick them in the face. Stop trying to get Bard nerfed. Wait guys, come on, I'm just having some fun on Leap. And now kick. How much is the explosion? Well, I mean, you guys tell me the numbers. It's hard for me to watch them sometimes while I play. Still gotta get good. This shit stuff. But yeah, I believe it's pretty nice. It's just not the best speed farm setup. I mean, you can like rush objectives, I think. Pretty comfortable with that. Right. I see even the ground stomp. Backspite the punch. Full fury. So the idea is we go to the objective, press ground stomp, and then we kick him in the face and he's dead, like that. Obviously, maybe we don't want a generator in the end here. I'm not too sure. Maybe we do want it. Giga poison. I didn't even get to kick him with this arrow shrine. Well, we get to kick the boss though. Oh, how are we gonna do this on the boss? We need to really circle our cooldowns well. Or max DPS. This is generator bug. There's so many monsters. Yeah man, in here Rage of Haragath and the reduction would be so sick. And look, now we have a bit of cooldown, so we need to still fix some of the cooldown issues. Would be proc. Oh, the fucking thing is up there. I did not realize. Paragon Boards has like all this crazy spider density. This will definitely be a build where you rush objectives. Yeah, Leap gives berserking, I know. And it's still a huge gamba with the bracelet that I'm currently running. So what does this tick for? But it's not on vulnerable target though. I think we could add like maybe a core skill. I kind of want to add core skill for bleeds. Definitely blasts him in a big explosion. And we could also put some skill points into ground stomp, because that enables our kick to deal all the damage pretty much right now. I don't know. Boom. 2 kicks in the head on this guy. Oh, I got a perfect aspect. Nice. Yeah, yeah. Definitely going, man. We just kicked the boss's face in on a 60. Hoda and kick? Yeah, maybe. Well, Hoda doesn't have really bleeds. I would really like a skill that would reduce. Stepped on the spider with my hefty boots. Let's go. Oops. I just stepped on a spider. It's all fine. Okay, let's try one run here. Kinda want a bit more points in ground stomp. Let's just remove defense for now. I think we're fine. Hey, what the hell happened? Okay. Now we have way less cooldown. Let's do one more run like this. But this one has resource burn. Should be fine though. Burn some resources. Whirlwind Bleed Kick. Yeah, maybe. I mean, if we can make Rage of Harrogath work. The problem is the weapon switch. I will need to drop something. Like, what am I gonna drop for Whirlwind? Because I need Whirlwind with slashing weapon. Berserk Ripping is for toughness for disobedience. Oh, wrong direction. Okay, it was smashed. And 60%. 35 million or whatever that was. Okay, whenever we have the Groundstorm cooldown, it's gonna be sick, yo. Keep in mind, guys, these guys, they fucking steal our resources right now. Oh yeah, the explosion is really good. Whenever we can do it. Just a little Gamba with our current passive. And obviously the boots. The bracers, not the boots. Alright. We stomp onto the ground very angrily. A couple explosions here. And we wait a second for our ground stomp. Now. Boom. I definitely would like some more cooldown reduction. At least for kick. I mean, the buff already really helped it, right? 14 million. 16 million. Everything that. It's just like, we kick them with our boots. Alderwood key. I'll take one. And we wait for our ground storm. Can be like Bazooka Barb, man. Choose the target, then kill it with your boots. You know, there's that random guy here. Oh, all one shot. And we could probably scale this up a bit more. We add a bit more fury. And the AoE is actually pretty good. I like how it triggers itself. Like on a lot of other skills, it's not the case. But here we have that. That sounds like real fun. All that. Big Quake. I mean, the Quake does decent damage, like 300k ticks. Another 2 keys. This is the Sparta build, yes. Kick them in the face. Okay, let's kick some boss in the face, shall we? I'm not 100% sure what the best rotation on boss is yet. We can get really unlucky and just don't crit him. And we may have a bit of a problem. But let's see. I think we open with lunging on the boss. Then kick, then stomp. And cry. Oh, he's already dead. Well, that worked pretty well. We just fucking kicked him in the face for like 80% of his HP instantly. Oh, brawl on the way up. It's fine, guys. One kick, man. Well, just kick Barb, man. The Sparta build. This is Sparta! And bam! Leonidas kicks him in the face, or in the chest actually, right? It was in the chest. G. Alright, let's go over the stuff we have right now. So that's the Kick Barbarian. We want Max Fury and obviously cooldown for our kicks. Max Fury just helps because we have a rune on kick that consumes all of our Fury. So we're rocking like 220 Fury right now. And as you can see, this one gives us another 5,000 damage per 10 Fury. And we have 200 of it. Gee. So we're actually getting like 100k base already from this. It's pretty nuts. Like 20 times 5,000. 22 times 5,000 actually. So a bit more than 100k base. And we're not even in max yet. But yeah, then we currently use a basic skill. Maybe there will be an optimized version at some point later. We'll have to do some more thinking on this. Because it would be really nice to play Rage of Haragas. As you can see, like we are mainly relying on our cooldowns. And if we can get those cooldowns down even further, that'd be nuts. Then obviously we have the big Gamba item here, the Fist of Fate. We're not using any core skills, so the Bracer slot is like, glove slot is like kind of free. And yeah, I got a 300% roll here, so you can get some big numbers with this. Just get lucky for it. Then we have our pants here. We get Barrier. We use this for some multipliers. And this one has leap and kick ranks. I was using this for my leap quake, but we're just transitioning into a pure kick build. I want to test that out. Obviously, you can reroll the leap if you want to some more defense. But plus 4 ranks to kick, reduce the cooldown, really good. Well, we have boots here to get some movement speed. Groundstorm causes an earthquake and also 1.3 more damage multiplicative whenever we stand in the groundstorm, so that's really helpful. We actually could have one-shotted the boss, I think, if we opened with a groundstorm. I'm not sure about the ideal rotation yet. I guess it's groundstorm, opener to stun and vulnerable, then a kick. Probably our Warcry before, then the other 2 shouts to get Fury back, and then just a kick in the face again. And then he melts. Yeah, we can really unload on the bosses. And yeah, Edgemaster just for more DPS. We have our 200 weapon here with the kick AoE. This one scales from the codex, so we actually get 24,000 AoE damage, and the monsters explode for that, and that scales with your other multipliers. Then we have double shout ring, and this one has max fury. Again, our kick scales with max fury, and right now we have a defensive choice on Amulet. But yeah, there's multiple options. We could even go for more DPS. And then right now, the way it works in the arsenal system, it seems, because you can't assign a weapon to kick. Kick apparently uses whatever weapon you last used. So we want to use a bludgeoning weapon because bludgeoning has 0.9 APS and it's gonna provide the highest damage of our kick. So we just use lunging strike kind of with a bludgeoning weapon to get those bonuses. It also allows us to get the 1.15 multiplier from Wallop, and we get well, another 1.15 multiplier for crit to stunned enemies while we berserk. We berserk with lunging strike, and we also berserk with whenever you use a brawling skill with battle fever. So that's really been useful, and obviously we have the unconstrained for even more berserking. So that works very, very well, I think. And then we have the X, another 1.15. On the abilities, on the core section, we just use, we just have to populate a couple points here to unlock the next section. So we have lunging strike with berserking, and also endless fury to get more fury for our one-hand weapons. Like all the other points here are kind of useless right now because we don't use a core skill. One of the few Barbarian builds. Then we have max groundstorm for the cooldown, and we get some more fury with it. Rallying Cry, we don't have full points in because we're missing points. Challenging Shout the same, but still very good. Then we max kick, obviously with the fury spend rune. Like you kind of like spend all your fury for like a big kick, like as you saw, up to like 40 million. Rallying Cry, we have some shout buffs here. More than here, we have more fury generation when we berserk. And we get the Berserk King whenever we use a brawling skill, which is our leap, our kick. Pretty good stuff. Then we add some crit chance here. Really nice stuff. We obviously stun with our ground stomp. We are fortified all the time from our helm, so we have another multiplier there. We use a 200 weapon, so we get 1.15 crit. And Wallop because we use a bludgeoning weapon. And Unconstrained for more DPS. Paragon didn't really change too much. Right now we have the Brawl Glyph here for another 1.18 multiplier. on all our brawling skills, which Kick is, again, a brawling skill. Hunter Killer, Marshal for Shouts, Warbringer for Fortify, Exploit, pretty normal stuff, Imbiber, you know, the Paragon board, Territorial up here, and Undaunted. And it's a really cool thing on Barb, at least in this Paragon boards that I min-maxed since the launch or since even the early access of the games. You don't really have to switch around all too much on the Barb boards. While on other classes, when I played, you really had to switch like basically all your boards, and I think Barb is a bit more universal in that matter. But you could also say Barb has less choices. I don't know, you could see it as a positive and a negative at the same time. But right now, at least for all the different builds that I'm testing on Barb, it's a positive for me. So I like that. But yeah, that's been the purely Barbarian. I think it's really fun. It just quite heavily relies on cooldowns, and maybe we can find a way to build in Rage of Haragas for some more cooldown reduction. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Time to try on Lilith.